What's good, y'all? Just want to give my quick thoughts on the interaction between Errol Spence and Terrance Crawford last night at the hooker fight. I believe it took place in Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. I was knocked out, so I didn't even see the shit. But yeah, Errol Spence rolled up on the top rank event, hollered at Terrance Crawford. You know, a lot of people saying Terrance Crawford pulled up on Errol. It was a top rank event. Errol pulled up to a top rank event. Not surprising. What happened between them, not surprising to me. Like I've been telling y'all, Earl's not a hoe. Terrence Crawford not a hoe neither, but Earl's not a hoe. So that's another thing Errol Spence did that most of y'all been crying for him to do. Cause I noticed a lot of these guys on the internet want Errol to do this, say that, say this, but ain't requiring none of this shit from Bud. But y'all wanted Earl to come out and mention Terrance Crawford now. He been done did that. Y'all wanted Earl to speak on the situation. He been done did that. I don't know, it's on Trill Boston talk. Y'all might didn't like what he said, but he addressed he addressed the situation. Y'all wanted Earl to pull up to I heard a few people a while back saying Earl need to go to a top rank event because he be going to all these PBC events, all these PBC fights, but he never show up to a top rank event. Boom, there you go. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't requiring Bud to get out here and say shit. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. You know what I'm saying? Bud, we know how Bud is, but I'm saying y'all can't give Bud that pass and not give Earl that pass neither. You know what I'm saying? Earl doing everything y'all want that dude to do. He do. When he wasn't talking, y'all wanted him to talk more, start calling these folks out. He calling folks now. He running down on Keith Thurman, punking Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Calling Sean, got in the ring and called Sean Porter. A lot of y'all wanted him to start jumping in the ring, saying shit. He jumped in the ring with Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanted him to pull up to a top rank event. He pulled up to a top rank event, said something to Terrence Crawford. So y'all want him to speak to the fans on the situation. He spoke to the fans on the situation and told the truth. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't want to hear the truth. Y'all didn't like the truth, but he told y'all. So what more do y'all want from Earl? You know what I'm saying? He told y'all the fight happened in 2019. I believe it's definitely going to happen. I'm not sure if they had that planned for them to meet up to promote the fight or if it's just something that just happened. It seemed kind of organic. So, yeah, Earl ain't no hoe. Ain't no hoes in Texas. Ain't no hoes in Dallas. It's not. That fight is going to happen. In 2019, like he said, I mean, some of y'all mad. He said the fight gonna happen in 2019. Motherfucker, 2018 over with. You know what I'm saying? He told y'all that shit back in October. So I told him, y'all knew that fight wasn't for happen this year. Once Bud was fighting in October, y'all knew damn well that fight wasn't happening this year. So I don't know why y'all mad that the fight happened in 2019. It ain't happened in 2018. It ain't happened in the beginning of 2019. It's gonna happen. He said the third fight, but it's gonna be the second or third fight. So I hope y'all satisfied. I hope these weirdos on the internet quit crying and complaining. That fight's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's some obstacles they got to get through with Bob Arum, which I do believe Bob Arum will make the fight. But, Bob Arum play games, and Errol and PBC ain't trying to play them games with him. So that's the little hold-up that might happen. But I do believe the fight's going to happen, barring any injury and all that shit. I do believe both of them want the fight. They both know how big the fight is, and they're going to get paid off that fight. So I do think the fight's going to happen. I'm just really just addressing these strange people online who just trying to find every little thing to shit on the homie Earl. What more do you want? What more do you want? What's next? 24-hour a day VADA testing or some shit. Like, come on, man. I'ma holler at y'all though.